Get beautiful new floors right now with Luna's incredible 70% off sale. That's carpet, laminate, and even hardwood 70% off. You'll get professional installation and can be confident with Luna's exclusive Love Your Floors promise. Transform your home with an amazing 70% off carpet, laminate, and hardwood. Reserve your free in-home appointment at luna.com or call
773-202 Luna.
I take that route every day.
Never in a million years.
It wasn't my fault.
Seriously injured? It happens. Hire Hensley. 888-HENSLEY.
Join us tomorrow
on Good Morning Indiana.
After a historic 16-0 season, the Indiana Hoosiers are now national football champions. Hear the reactions from those across Bloomington and their excitement for the future.
A newly proposed state law looking to address housing affordability here in the Hoosier State. But coming up on WRTV, why Hamilton County leaders are warning it could limit your voice about the projects going up in your community.
Connecting our communities with stories that matter. This is WRTV.
Now at 5 o'clock, waiting for the national champion Indiana Hoosiers to be back home again in Indiana. We know their plane is due to land at any time. We have crews at the airport awaiting their arrival, and they're returning with a championship trophy, a perfect season intact, and memories to stand the test of time. Thanks so much for joining us here at 5 o'clock. I'm Nicole Griffin. What a night. What a year for IU and their fans. 16-0. And national champions. This was a game and a season that will be talked about for many years to come. Right now, as mentioned, we are waiting for the Hoosiers to arrive at the Indianapolis International Airport, back home again here in Indiana. Earlier today, the team talked to reporters before getting on the plane.
I mean, we're 16-0, national champions, so there's nothing else you could have dreamt of.
They're just a resilient group. It's the closest team I've ever been on in my life. Everybody just cares about each other. Everybody loves each other. And yeah, I think last night, just, when the confetti fell, it's something that I'll carry with me for the rest of my life.
We're all cut from the same cloth, and I think that showed on the field this year.
There was videos after the game of Kirkwood, and someone tried to show, like, my teammates and myself, and you couldn't even see the street. There's so many people. It was like a flood. And so I think that just epitomizes the Hoosier spirit and foreshadows the many long celebrations that they're going to be in Bloomington.
Well, at the center of it all, of course, head coach Curt Cignetti, who says the season was never about perfection. It was about commitment, consistency, and trusting the process. A lot of cream and crimson early this morning at the Fort Lauderdale Airport as sleepy but exuberant fans stopped and made that trek home back to Indy. We caught up with a mother and son who made it to the playoff games and pulled an all-nighter after that big win.
Unbelievable.
It's something that I never thought we would even be in this opportunity to play in the college football playoffs. Nevertheless, win the whole thing. I mean, people talk about how we're a basketball school, but I think we might be a football school now.
Well, the mom you just heard from there is a 1990 grad, and her son is a junior this year. And it was quite a night, Todd. You tell me that you couldn't get to sleep till around, 4:30 in the morning? We were so excited.
I know. I tried to go to bed after I got home from work. Tossed and turned. I was so excited. Opened the book, started reading, and I think I saw 4 a.m. on the alarm clock.
So we seem tired.
But I think there's probably a lot of people that were up a little bit later, celebrating from Bloomington and all across the globe. I just looked. They're plane's supposed to land here in 8 minutes at IND and then taxi over to where they get off for 5:20 official arrival. Temperatures in the mid-20s right now. It's a cold day. It's been a bright day for us. We have wind chills that are in the teens. 13 in Indy right now. 16 is what it feels like in Lafayette with an actual temperature of 25. It's 25 as well in Bloomington with a wind chill value of 16. Here's a live look outside, and you can see some high thin clouds starting to make their way into the area. And we are going to start to see more in the way of cloud cover as we work our our way into the overnight hours. And then eventually some of these snow showers are going to sneak their way in here. And these snow showers are actually along the leading edge of some warmer air with this warm front. Now, the bulk of that moisture is going to bypass us to the north, but we do have the potential, at least here as we work our way into the overnight hours, especially in northern locations, of a little bit of light snow. And then as we work our way into the middle half of the morning, as those temperatures come up, a few hit or miss rain and or snow showers possible even from Indy down to Bloomington. All the precipitation would be very light, nothing probably more than a quick coating in northern locations. Now your temperatures this evening will actually start to come up a little bit here as we work our way into the 10 o'clock hour, and then it will be warmer when you wake up tomorrow morning than when you go to bed this evening, as temperatures will be climbing up to right around the freezing mark by 8 a.m. and then high temperatures will eventually go up to right around 40 degrees for your afternoon high. Again, don't be shocked if you see a few flakes or a sprinkle, nothing major Wednesday. It's the warmest day of the week. We are right back into the bitter cold and maybe even extremely dangerous wind chill values by Friday. Nicole, more on that coming up in just a couple minutes.
All right, Todd, we'll see you soon. Happening right now, protesters are gathering this evening at Military Park in downtown Indy to rally against ICE enforcement actions as clashes with ICE in Minneapolis continue. You can see a large group there right now. Confrontations between ICE and protesters in Minnesota continue to rise since the shooting death of Renee Good by an ICE officer in Minneapolis on January 7th. You can see many holding signs here saying ICE out of our community, stop ICE, no more ICE murders. We're going to hear from some of these folks and bring you an update on what they want their message to be from this protest that'll come up tonight on the news at 11 o'clock. Stay with WRTV. Hundreds of Hoosiers from all across the state called on lawmakers for more affordable health care today. Several had meetings with lawmakers to share their stories of how medical bills are impacting their finances. They also discussed concerns about legislation working its way through the State House, particularly Senate Bill 1. The author of the bill says it aims to reduce fraud and protect taxpayer dollars, but healthcare advocates worry it could lead to people losing their healthcare access due to the administrative issues.
That accountability looks like more paperwork, and more paperwork for people who are already struggling to make ends meet, who are already struggling to keep it together, and who already have to go through extensive verification processes.
The bill would require people on Medicaid to redetermine their eligibility every 6 months rather than once a year. Indiana state leaders are looking to address housing affordability, and WRTV's Logan McDonald spoke with Hamilton County leaders and residents who are now speaking out against newly proposed legislation.
Residents want to have a voice in what the developed or built environment is around them.
The focus, growth the community can get behind. However, Hamilton County leaders say House Bill 1001 would hurt that mission. If passed, the legislation would no longer require public hearings before the approval of single-family homes and duplexes in residentially zoned communities.
To ram stuff through without an opinion or an opportunity to express your opinion, I think that's a bad idea.
Doing away with public hearings regarding the development of new housing? That seems moronic.
State leaders and introducers of the bill say it would address Indiana's housing shortage, bringing down costs and increasing home supply.
This is what it's actually going to take to move the needle significantly and bring more housing to our communities. This bill paves the way for growth and does not eliminate local control.
The bill would also cut down on several housing regulations regarding lot size, density, and other factors.
Right now, in the state of Indiana, young adults, first-time home buyers, are waiting until they're 40-plus years of age to move into the market. That's a challenge as well for a lot of price points. This legislation helps those most in need while ensuring local government remains partners in the process.
However, for Fisher's Mayor Scott Fadness, the legislation misses the mark.
We're not there yet, but I think we can work through that and get to a good solution.
In a statement to WRTV, Carmel Mayor Sue Finkum said she feels the legislation, quote, removes single-family zoning by allowing dense housing everywhere by right with no public hearing. Residents lose their voice in decisions that directly affect their homes, their streets, the businesses they want to visit, and the character of the places they choose to live. In Hamilton County, I'm your Hamilton County community reporter, Logan McDonald, WRTV.
If you want to learn more, you can find a link to the House bill itself. That's on our website, WRTV.com. Clinton County commissioners rejected a rezoning proposal today that would allow a data center to be built on approximately 715 acres of agricultural land. The Clinton County project proposed by Data One is one of several in central Indiana to face opposition from the public, like this protest in Morgan County in September. Despite a favorable recommendation from the Plan Commission, Clinton County commissioners called the issue divisive and cited an abundance of public input for the decision to reject the application.
But the biggest concern for me are the property owners. Not only those directly affected, but those that live in close proximity to the proposed site. There have been a lot of negotiations on the 14 points between the county and Data One, and I'm not going to go into a lot of details just for the sake of time. But I by no means feel positive with some of the initial responses and then some of the later ones.
The denial means the rezoning request may not be resubmitted for at least 12 months. Still ahead here on WRTV News at 5, the Hoosiers will be missing 2 Mendozas next season. See what's next for little brother Alberto. But Heisman Trophy winner and big brother Fernando will be visiting with fans tomorrow in Bloomington. See where and when. That's next. Todd?
Our temperatures actually climb a little bit here during the overnight hours. It's briefly warmer, but then a major winter storm is going to move across the country. Winter storm watches from Oklahoma to Texas. Winter weather advisories in portions of Michigan as well as Kentucky. I'll let you know the impacts here locally as we head towards the weekend coming up in the WRTV Storm Team Forecast.
Taxes was feeling unwelcome. Now Taxes is an open door to new TurboTax stores. Meet our experts. They do your taxes, so you can walk out with confidence. Now this is Taxes.
Covering the White House, you are in the center of where everything is happening in our government. There are really important issues happening in our country right now. People have questions about where the economy is headed, immigration policies, how the U.S. is handling global conflicts. My job is to bring meaningful answers and ask critical questions that impact everyday lives for our viewers. Haley Bull, Scripps News.
For live reports, breaking news, and headlines from across the country, stream Scripps News.
Personalize your daily news experience. Download the WRTV mobile app. Just search WRTV, the news and weather you want 24/7. Stack the news however you like. It's so easy to customize how you read or watch. Download today.
So good to meet you. Building relationships with close-knit communities helps me to better understand their issues and to bring solutions to the West Side.
We need to maintain what we're doing.
I think it's huge for the future.
So important to me because I want to tell their stories, make sure that it's changing things in the community.
How does it feel to have your artwork displayed?
Something so important about being grounded here in the community, listening to people's voices and making those connections.
Jesse Palmer.
Emmett Smith?
Both of us together?
This must be some kind of TV fantasy.
Nope, it's reality. Tableau reality. Tableau lets you watch, pause, and record live TV subscription-free.
Pause you, Jesse. I'm here for 100+ channels. News, reality, movies, free live sports. Plus, it's game time.
Tableau. It's not fantasy, it's reality.
And a smart play.
Learn more at TableauTV.com.
The MVP of TV.
You got us banned from being room parents? I have never been more in love with you.
Who wants to go nuts for donuts?
Show them your folding trick.
I'm not in the mood for your sheet right now.
That's gotta hurt, huh?
You keep me coming back for more.
Bounce XL has it all.
Show me something.
Well, did we think that we'd be in TV? Yes, we did. When we allow all of our voice to be heard, that's when we succeed the most.
America, desperate times call for desperate measures, and I'm desperate to get at least one of these kids out of my house.
Family sticks together no matter what.
Bridging the gap, celebrating culture, and giving you what you came for.
You ready for showtime?
Show me something.
Thank
you. You're watching WRTV, part of the Scripps News Group.
As IU looks ahead to next season, they will be moving forward with more than just the loss of the seniors. ESPN reports Fernando Mendoza's brother, backup quarterback Alberto, entered the transfer portal today. He has 3 more years of eligibility left. And if you want to meet his big brother, Heisman winner Fernando, he will be signing autographs tomorrow in Bloomington. Dick's Sporting Goods will host the event at the Bloomington location in College Mall. He will be meeting fans and signing only complimentary photo cards. While the event is late in the afternoon, 250 wristbands will be distributed on a first-come, first-served basis beginning at 9 a.m. tomorrow. 1 wristband per person, and you do need to be there to get one. Those wristbands will be required to attend the autograph signing, which will take place from 5 to 6:30 p.m. And if you're looking for another way to celebrate the big win today, the National Bobblehead Hall of Fame and Museum unveiled several new bobbleheads to mark the historic win. They feature a series of 4 Fernando Mendoza figures, a Coach Cignetti Championship bobblehead, and 2 Hoosier the Bison figures. They are available for pre-order now and are expected to ship in July and August. The Bobblehead Museum said Cignetti plans to donate all proceeds from the sale of his figure to Riley Hospital for Children. Giving back, I love to see it. So many angles of this story to cover today, and you just wake up and you're like, this really happened.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I think some people are still pinching themselves, you know. What was it, last year before the start of the season, so Cignetti's first season, they were picked 17 out of 18 teams in the Big Ten.
Oh, wow.
They go to the college playoff, you know, they lose to Notre Dame, and then this year they go undefeated and win the national championship.
And Cignetti said today that team last year deserves a lot of credit.
Yeah, you know, and a lot of the players came back.
Yeah.
They were seniors. Some of them could have went to the NFL draft after their junior year, and they said they had unfinished business. They wanted to come back, get better, and
now look at them.
And now they're national champions.
It's amazing.
So, unbelievable. All right, outside. Right now we have the sunshine. Still a really cold day for us. Temperatures will actually come up during the overnight hours, and it'll be warmer tomorrow morning than it is this evening. Very dangerous wind chills arrive on Friday. Some of you could be seeing wind chills at minus 30 degrees or even colder in northern locations. And then there's going to be a big snowstorm south of Indiana Saturday night. We may just be on the northern periphery of that and get some light snow in here, but it looks like we will avoid the big time snows as the cold Arctic air kind of pushes that storm system just south of our area. 24 is your current temperature right now. Feels like 13 degrees, 25 in Bloomington, 23 in Muncie, 21 the current temperature in Kokomo. You factor in the wind, which thankfully isn't all that strong today, but when you have temperatures as cold as they are, it makes it feel like it's anywhere from 11 to about 16 degrees across the area. But you see the leading edge of the warmer temperatures off to our west, where it's in the 30s and 40s, and it's right there that we have a little bit of light snow that's developing along the warm front. Now the storm system is going to bring the heaviest accumulation to parts of Michigan. We'll be on the southern edge of that, but there will be the opportunity here throughout the overnight hours, especially for those of you to the north, of some snow showers, and then down to the south, maybe a little bit of patchy drizzle, maybe a little bit of patchy freezing drizzle. That's why there's a winter weather advisory in extreme southern Indiana out of the Louisville office. And then the rest of the day will feature partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies. Your temperature trend, though, takes you from the 20s here at 11 p.m. to 37 degrees by 11 a.m. And then we'll continue to see our temperatures climb tomorrow up to right around 40 degrees. Now, as we continue forward in this forecast, the end of the week, Thursday is the last day before the real Arctic blast of air comes in. But Friday's the day that we have dangerous wind chills, and then there's that storm system for Saturday. But look for some of these wind chills Friday morning to come crashing down. I would expect some school delays, as they could be as cold as, again, minus 20 to minus 30 degrees as we work our way into the afternoon and evening hours. That snowstorm will stay mainly to our south, but some light snow will be possible across southern Indiana as we work our way throughout the course of the evening Saturday into early Sunday morning. And then those low temperatures stay in the single digits for 3 days in a row, and then back into the mid-20s by the middle of next week.
All right, Todd, thank you. It was quite the night and early morning in Bloomington. Thousands of fans spilled into the streets after the Hoosiers clinched the big win. Definitely a moment to remember. WRTV's Casey Zanowick reports.
It's been an incredible year for the Indiana Hoosier football team and for the thousands of fans here in Bloomington and beyond who have supported them through it all. Now they're national champions, and people all throughout Bloomington say it's a moment they'll never forget.
Like, it's real, like, it pinched me. Like, I can't believe this is life.
We're still living on
Yesterday.
the excitement from last night. It was incredible.
It's been a long time
since IU Sports has won something big. So I think everybody's real happy and excited.
Joy felt throughout Bloomington the minute the final seconds wore down.
Last night after the game, it was like everyone was like, it was so united. Like I've never seen this town united ever before in my life.
Everybody was just happy, and it was just walking through the streets and you're high-fiving strangers and Hoosiers, you know, all the way back.
That excitement clearly shown in several videos from last night's celebrations. We spoke to Bloomington Police Monday, and they said the streets were congested, but for the most part, fans were excited and happy. No severe damage or injuries were reported, and only one arrest was made. Some businesses did have some minor damage, but shops we spoke with said they were flooded with fans.
It's been great because we've had a lot of fans come out. We've had people that typically don't come in to buy IU stuff, buying IU stuff. We have people buying it online. We have people coming in to pick it up, buy it online, pick it up in store. It has been phenomenal.
Ready for people to buy ahead of the championship celebration, which the university will hold this Saturday.
It's unbelievable how the team turned around and like what impact it had for this town specifically. And like hopefully that it continues past like this year and further on as well.
We want SIG to stay forever.
And over that
We want to be a football school forever.
The excitement for this moment will live on for Hoosier fans for quite some time. But they also tell me they're ready for the future and to see what else Indiana football can do. In Bloomington, I'm Casey Zanowick, WRTV.
Well, again, we will pass along details of Saturday's championship celebration when we get them. All the university released today was that it's at 1 p.m. We do know the Hoosiers just touched down at the airport. We'll get that to you here on WRTV, so stick with us. We'll be right back after this.
1 year free from hair and hair removal? Discover Braun IPL, the at-home alternative to laser. Buy once and save money year after year. Shop Braun IPL, available at Walmart.
That unrelenting itch when moderate to severe eczema is uncontrolled despite topical treatment. Relieve itch fast with clearer skin that lasts. Nemluvio blocks the signaling from IL-31, a switch that triggers key symptoms of eczema. Do not take if allergic to Nemluvio. Serious reactions may occur, some severe. Tell your doctor about any medicines you take if you experience hives or plan to receive a live vaccine. The most common side effects are headache, joint pain, hives, and muscle aches. Ask about Nemluvio today.
Jesse Palmer.
Emmett Smith?
Both of us together? This must be some kind of TV fantasy.
Nope, it's reality. Tableau reality. Tableau lets you watch, pause, and record live TV subscription free.
Pause you, Jesse. I'm here for 100+ channels. News, reality, movies, free live sports. Plus, it's game time.
Tableau. It's not fantasy, it's reality.
And a smart play.
Learn more at tableautv.com.
The MVP of TV.
When flakes fall soft and streetlights glow, we foretell the storm and measure the snow.
Expect a sudden drop in temperatures in all our communities.
School delays to sledding thrills and icy hills.
The snow making everything a little more wet that often creates bigger problems.
Commutes, we warn of black ice. Heed the signs and think twice. Local Steady, your winter crew. We forecast life for you.
Don't be surprised if we have some school delays.
Tune in, grab cocoa, plan your day, and trust our way. If you're a local business in Central Indiana looking to grow, WRTV has solutions for you. Our team has the expertise, research, and tools to get the results you want. We'll customize strategies to reach your most valuable customers wherever they are with targeted ad campaigns that work. Scan the QR code now or visit advertise on WRTV.com to learn more. Let's get started today.
As a legal journalist, every time I step into the Supreme Court, I am always in awe. In today's society, the law affects everyone. And that's why it's very important for people to be informed, especially when it comes to the law. I see it as a great responsibility to be able to parse out all of the information that may be wrong and bring the facts.
Avajoy Burnett, Scripps News.
For live reports, breaking news, and headlines from across the country, stream Scripps News.
How prepared is your family if disaster shows up at your doorstep? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan before they show up. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking, let's go. You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes! Make a plan today.
These are the cases that captivated the world.
Couldn't keep my life straight.
They were killed by their own children. That challenged the legal system and ourselves. Court TV, legendary trials.
Go to getwindonation.com.
Welcome back here to the news at 5 o'clock. We now want to head out to Indianapolis International Airport, where the plane carrying the Indiana Hoosiers football team just touched down minutes ago. Our Lauren Schwenker is there live. Lauren, where are you right now? What are you seeing? I know this is an exciting moment for IU fans and everyone supporting the team.
Well, it's official. The IU Hoosiers are now national champions and have landed here in Indianapolis. Their plane just landed. I'm going to step out of the way so you guys can see them rolling off right now. About a dozen buses here to pick up more than 100+ coaches, staff, players. It's a season many are calling perfect with a 16-0 record. As you can see, here we go. Players coming down the plane right now. We'll see if we can spot anybody. Our photographer is going to zoom on in here just so you guys can see who's stepping off of that plane. Quarterback Fernando Mendoza said in a press conference earlier this morning that seeing the celebrations back on Kirkwood Avenue showed true Hoosier spirit and that they can't wait to get back to campus. It's going to be about an hour drive back to campus after they get all their bags unloaded off of the plane. But he alluded to the celebrations this weekend and how that's going to be and how they can't wait to get back down here. We're going to keep on rolling just so you guys can see everybody that's coming down right now. Lots of people here welcoming them back, friends, family, for this very exciting moment. People have been waiting all day for them to touch back down, and I'll let you guys know the weather here definitely doesn't feel like Miami. It's freezing and windy, but they're all coming back with a smile on their faces, knowing that they're now national champions. More players filing out of that plane right now, as you guys can see. I think I spot somebody on the coaching staff.
All right, Lauren, we're going to jump in here as we see these players rolling off the plane here
right now.
Todd, this is an exciting moment to see them touch back down. National champions here in Indianapolis.
Yeah, they're in their short sleeves. They're in the Miami weather, still in just a couple sweatshirts there. But, what an exciting time. They're going to load up on those buses, and they'll get a police escort all the way back to Bloomington and Memorial Stadium. Of course, they scheduled that celebration on Saturday at 1 o'clock. It's going to be cold for that as well. But yeah, they're going to get all those bags off. The bus is lined up, and you can see they're coming off 2 stairs of that nice Boeing 787 aircraft there. I was tracking it on the way in. It's supposed to be here a little earlier than it was, but I just saw our own Kara Kenny sent out an email that residents in Martinsville are planning to line the overpass there on I-69 as they're going to be driving back down there to Monroe County. But that's a big plane. There's a lot of people on there.
A lot.
A lot of times they fly into Bloomington when they return, because then the plane can take off and get out of Bloomington without the wait from the passengers and all the bags and the equipment. But obviously they have more people for the national championship, so they had to come back to Indy. But yeah, they're just streaming off the plane there. That guy.
Oh, what is that?
He has like a wrestling belt there.
I saw some championship T-shirts there. Oh, there we have some signs, some helmets.
National champions. It's an unbelievable sight, right?
An unbelievable sight. They are coming back home proud, and that's awesome. We do have some crews waiting for them in Bloomington as well, so hopefully we can capture that.
We've seen this when Super Bowl's been in Indy, right? And teams arriving and presidents arriving and this and that, but this is the first time we've ever seen an IU national championship football team.
All right, well, IU football's quick and incredible turnaround is unprecedented. Tonight at 6 o'clock, I talked to an expert who gives us some historical perspective on the Hoosiers' achievement. But first at 5:30, we take you to Bloomington after some wild parties following IU's big win. We'll hear from the people who helped bring thousands of IU students a good time.
Closed captioning sponsored by Tom Wood Subaru on 96th Street.
When allergies throw a sucker punch, the power of Claritin D punches back harder. Get fast, powerful relief of your worst symptoms, like nasal congestion. Claritin clears.
Did an affair lead to double murder?
The Commonwealth's Attorney's Office has secured an indictment against Brandon Banfield for the murder of his wife, Christine, and the murder of Mr. Ryan.
Prosecutors allege the defendant planned to run away with the family's au pair. So he killed his wife and another man.
He was saying, I'm gonna kill her, I'm gonna kill her.
It's a case of sex, lies, and deadly deception.
The Au Pair Affair murder trial. Live coverage weekday mornings on Court TV.
Scripps News.
I just want to start here.
I think this is just extraordinary. Bringing you the big stories.
Grief and anger is on clear display in Minnesota.
There were hundreds of people here this morning. A bunch of people being tackled at the moment.
The impacts.
Did you ever think on the sideline of a football game is where he might be at risk?
That matter to you.
The president's statement, he wants to take over Greenland. Does that concern you?
For live reports, breaking news, and headlines from across the country, stream Scripps News.
You know the drill.
We are going to be there when it pops.
Okay, get to it.
Those guys, they're the best.
We'll get this guy.
Together, like we always do.
I think you'll be surprised what you're capable of.
Connecting focus.
Here we go.
This is gonna be fun. Then let's get it on.
I kind of forgot how crazy things can get here.
I love this team.
It's on ION, wherever you watch.
Bounce XL has it all.
Show me something.
Well, did we think that we'd be on TV? Yes, we did. When we allow all of our voice to be heard, that's when we succeed the most.
America, desperate times call for desperate measures, and I'm desperate to get at least one of these kids out of my house.
Family sticks together no matter what.
Bridging the gap, celebrating culture, and giving you what you came for. You ready for showtime?
Show me something.
How prepared is your family if disaster shows up at your doorstep? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan before they show up. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
let's go.
You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes!
Make a plan today.
Switch today.
Connecting our communities with stories that matter. This is WRTV.
It's the day after the national championship, and Hoosier fans still feel on top of the world after a night of partying in Bloomington. What Kirkwood looks like today, and we hear from those who work to make the fan experience as fun as possible. Good evening. Thanks for being here with us. I'm Nicole Griffin. We begin first with Chief Meteorologist Todd Clausen, who is tracking a bit of a warm-up for us.
Temperature-wise, when we can go a little bit warmer than where we have been, Nicole, we are in great shape, and that's what we're going to do at least briefly on Wednesday, but don't get used to it. We're right back down to even colder temperatures potentially for the weekend. The sun setting, though, on this chilly Tuesday. We had a good amount of sunshine, though, throughout the day today, with temperatures that have now climbed into the 20s in all locations. The numbers on the right side are the wind chill values. Still feels like 16, though, in Lafayette. 13 is what it feels like in Indy, and 16 is the wind chill value in Bloomington. There's some snow off to our west. That's going to mainly bypass us to the north, but there is the potential overnight tonight of a few isolated snow showers, mainly in northern locations. Shouldn't have much of an impact, though. Nothing more than a coating. Your temperatures hold pretty steady here this evening, and then overnight tonight we get down to right around 20, but that happens probably around 2 o'clock in the morning. By the time you wake up, your temperatures are right around freezing, and then we're back up to right around 40 degrees in many locations for afternoon highs.
Something once unimaginable has become reality. The IU Hoosiers are national champions in football. A total team effort led IU to a 27-21 win over Miami late Monday night. It's the Hoosiers' first national championship in football. The win set off pandemonium in downtown Bloomington. Thousands of people gathered on Kirkwood Avenue. Some climbed poles, others got on top of buildings. There was even a small fire in the middle of the street. The celebration was huge and lasted well into the morning hours. But let's take a look at the difference a few hours can make. After the night of celebration by 5 Tuesday morning, the bars were on cleanup duty. This group left Kilroy's after a long night of work.
I've never seen so many people be that happy in that just short of a time frame ever.
I was letting out a few tears. I was crying a little bit. I got a little emotional.
I mean, I'm never going to forget this. I'm going to go home. It's going to take me a week for it to really process that we're the national champions, 16-0, and just one of the best teams ever to do it. It's a special team.
Fans will be looking to soak in the win for quite some time with the hope history could repeat itself in the future.
I'm Holly Furfer in Atlanta with a look at the headlines. More than a dozen medical groups are suing to reverse changes to childhood vaccine recommendations. The American Academy of Pediatrics and American College of Physicians filed that lawsuit Monday, calling the changes reckless and dangerous. The Health and Human Services Department changed the vaccine schedule earlier this month. It now recommends vaccines for hepatitis A, hepatitis B, and meningitis only for children at higher risk. The CDC also says parents should consult doctors about flu, COVID-19, and rotavirus vaccines. The Trump administration asked a federal judge Monday to reject the state's bid to stop the surge of immigration agents. Justice officials called the lawsuit an absurdity and said Minnesota wants a veto over federal law enforcement. Minnesota and the Twin Cities sued last week, calling the agent surge a federal invasion that violates the 10th Amendment. A new study shows that parents need to earn about $400,000 per year to comfortably afford childcare for 2 kids. That's according to research from LendingTree. Federal guidelines say childcare is considered affordable when it does not cost more than 7% of household income. The average cost for care of an infant and a 4-year-old are about $28,000 a year. Nationally, the average family brings in about $145,000 of annual income, falling significantly short of the affordability recommendations.
A blockbuster week at the United States Supreme Court begins Tuesday with justices hearing cases that could impact everything from presidential power, the Federal Reserve, to some gun laws nationwide. Looming in the background, the possibility of a decision over the legality of many of President Trump's tariffs. When you think of Hawaii, you may think of beaches or volcanoes. But on Tuesday, when Supreme Court justices are thinking of Hawaii, it will be about the state's controversial gun law, which bans firearms on private property that is open to the public, like a store or a hotel, unless the owner explicitly allows it. Tuesday's oral arguments could ultimately make it harder for states across the country to enact forms of gun control should Hawaii's law be struck down. Guns aren't the only major issue being heard. Justices could rule on whether President Trump is legally allowed to issue tariffs on his own through a 1977 law. If it is struck down, companies like Costco have already sued to get their tariff money back. On Truth Social, the president recently said, quote, "If the Supreme Court rules against the United States of America on this national security bonanza, we're screwed." Also happening this week, Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook goes to the Supreme Court Wednesday. President Trump is attempting to fire Cook over accusations of mortgage fraud, something Cook has denied. The Associated Press reports Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell will attend the landmark case to show support for Cook. Ultimately, the Supreme Court's opinion could impact President Trump's ability to reshape the Federal Reserve entirely. Joe St. George, Scripps News Group, Washington.
Many people have insurance, but not enough. With rising repair and medical bills, gaps in coverage can mean huge out-of-pocket costs. I'm Maura Barrett with a look at how often coverage falls short.
Meet Jan. She's enjoying a beautiful day outdoors with friends and family. She's also managing her type 2 diabetes by taking Jardiance, the little pill with a big story to tell. You see, once daily Jardiance can help lower your A1C. Jardiance works 24/7 in your body to flush out some sugar. And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardiance can reduce the risk of cardiovascular death too.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine and infection between and around the anus and genitals. Both may be fatal. Severe allergic reactions, dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections in men and women, and low blood sugar. Stop taking and tell your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, rash, swelling, trouble breathing or swallowing. Tell your doctor about lightheadedness, weakness, fever, pain, tenderness, redness, or swelling between the anus and genitals. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
So ask your doctor about Jardiance, the little pill with a big story to tell.
There is a constant flow of news, especially out of Washington, D.C., but also across the country. Gun violence, weather events, that's something that I need to be ready for every single day. And some days I might cover 2 or 3 different stories because that's what the needs of the day are. So every day is different, but it's part of what keeps this job interesting. Stephanie Liebergen, Scripps News.
For live reports, breaking news, and headlines from across the country, stream Scripps News.
So good to meet you. Building relationships with close-knit communities helps me to better understand their issues and to bring solutions to the West Side.
We need to maintain what we're doing.
I think it's huge for the future.
So important to me because I want to tell their stories, make sure that it's changing things in the community.
How does it feel to have your artwork displayed?
Something so important about being grounded here in the community, listening to people's voices and making those connections.
Did an affair lead to double murder?
The Commonwealth's Attorney's Office has secured an indictment against Brandon Banfield for the murder of his wife, Christine, and the murder of Mr. Ryan.
Prosecutors allege the defendant planned to run away with the family's au pair. So he killed his wife and another man.
He was saying, I'm gonna kill her, I'm gonna kill her.
It's a case of sex, lies, and deadly deception.
The Au Pair Affair murder trial. Live coverage continues Tuesday morning on Court TV.
Your service today.
You're watching WRTV, part of the Scripps News Group.
For 20 years, Indiana's only recovery high school has given students struggling with drugs and alcohol a place to learn while also focusing on their recovery. I found out about a new sustainability campaign for Hope Academy that aims at ensuring the academy is still changing lives 20 years from now.
If you are printing something,
Hope Academy senior Amon expresses his feelings.
Mental health matters.
Through the words he printed on his t-shirt at school.
Me, I'm a broken crayon, but I still can color.
Catherine Stewart understands the challenge of finding hope that was once lost.
Knowing that even though you are young, that you still can find sobriety and you have this whole life ahead of you.
Catherine admits to feelings of isolation as a teen. She began using drugs and alcohol.
I didn't really have a purpose, and so when you're introduced to something that takes you away from that and gives you this sense of belonging, it kind of just takes over. When I was first introduced to, heroin, it took control of my entire life.
In 2011, she enrolled at Hope Academy and found a new community
that didn't involve something that was going to eventually kill me.
So do you credit this place with saving your life in a way?
Yes, absolutely. I don't know that I would have ever found recovery without it.
These students deserve to have a place where they feel safe and they can earn credits and they can grow.
Hope Academy's 20th anniversary $20 million sustainability campaign aims to strengthen academic and recovery programs and expand family support.
It's not just a school. We have clinical services. We have recovery coaches, things that what traditional schools don't have to pay for, we do have to pay for.
What are you seeing as far as the need for students needing to enroll here?
Well, I think it's probably even a greater need than it was when we started 20 years ago. A lot of adolescent treatment has gone away. Heard from a school counselor that they're suspending more and more kids for drug use in the school than they've seen in years.
Stewart is a Hope Academy graduate. She feels compelled to share her recovery journey as the Academy works to raise money.
It was the first place that really planted that seed that it was possible for me and that I was worth something else.
So far, nearly $8 million has been raised for Hope Academy's sustainability campaign, and leaders tell me this isn't about keeping the doors open. It's about providing those additional resources and support for students in recovery that they need throughout the day.
Speaker Mike Johnson has given an unprecedented address to Parliament behind me.
here in London. He was invited here some time ago by the UK Speaker of the House of Commons, Lindsay Hoyle, to mark the 250th anniversary of independence from Britain. But his visit and his speech took on an added significance given the fact that in recent days President Trump has threatened tariffs against the UK over its position on Greenland, and has also lashed out at the UK's deal with Mauritius on the Chagos Islands, which he says is stupid, and he also says is a sign of weakness on the part of the UK. Well, Speaker Johnson insisted that he's here partly now to calm the waters and said that he believes that the special relationship between the US and the United Kingdom is something that can endure in the years ahead, as it has done in the years gone by. As I say, this was a first address to Parliament by a US Speaker in this way, and heading into these words that he gave to parliamentarians here in London, the Speaker had also said that he's become very close friends with Lindsay Hoyle, the Speaker of the UK House of Commons, as they've met at various G7 meetings in recent months. So an attempt by Speaker Johnson to, as I say, smooth some of those tensions between Washington and London as President Trump and other world leaders head to Davos. Ollie Barrett, Scripps News Group, London.
Here's a live look in Bloomington right now, where the skies are clear. The sun's setting on this Tuesday as Bloomington and Indiana are getting ready to welcome the Hoosiers back home. They've landed on the airport. They'll be heading down back to Bloomington here throughout the evening hours. Your temperatures across the state range from 18 in Fort Wayne right now to 23 in Kokomo, 24 in Indy. Evansville's at 30 degrees and 25 is the current temperature in Bloomington. Thankfully, not much in the way of wind today, but obviously with temperatures this cold, we're able to factor in wind chills here that are in the teens in a lot of locations. We'll briefly tap into some warmer air and get the temperatures tomorrow up generally right around 40 degrees in most locations. And then we're going to see our temperatures just go right back down to bitter cold levels as we work our way into Friday and into the weekend. You see some snow showers here trying to get going in Illinois, better snow showers back towards Omaha up to Minneapolis. A lot of this is going to pass to the north, but for those of you in northern locations, north of Indy here this evening and overnight, not out of the question you could get a quick little coating of snow. Again, most of it stays really along the state line with Michigan. And then as we work our way throughout the day tomorrow, there's not a whole lot showing up on TrueCast, but there could be some light snow shower activity, maybe a little bit of patchy drizzle. The ground's really, really cold, so we may have to keep an eye on the potential maybe for a few slick spots until those temperatures get above freezing, which should be by about 8, 9 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. And then eventually, as we work our way into Thursday and Friday, it's pretty cold as the colder air comes back in, but it's going to be fairly quiet. Your evening planner looks a little different than normal. Your temperatures will go down a little bit here this evening, and then as we get closer to midnight, those temperatures will actually start to climb once again. And as you wake up tomorrow morning, we're going to be again right around the freezing mark. By 10 a.m., we're above freezing. That would eliminate any freezing drizzle, but again, the ground is pretty cold, so those ground temperatures may take a little while longer to warm up, and then eventually up to 40 degrees. Thursday, we start to cool it off again. Highs right around 30. Wind chills will be right around 20 degrees. And then there's a big storm system that's going to develop across the country, and it's going to make its way towards the mid-Atlantic. We're just going to be on the northern fringe. We're going to have a lot of dry air coming in, so I'm not too confident that all the snow is going to reach the ground. But at this point, we'll maintain some snow chances, I would say, probably from Bloomington to Columbus and points to the south. All the big-time snows, they are going to stay well to our south. We're looking at probably maybe close to a foot of snow through portions of Tennessee and even into parts of the Carolinas and Virginia. But again, we're just going to get a little snow shower activity, but bitter cold temperatures.
As inflation drives up repair and medical costs, many households are unknowingly underinsured. That means they have insurance, but limits are too low to actually cover a major claim. These gaps in home and auto policies can lead to major out-of-pocket expenses.
Like many drivers, Bernice Evans chose to carry the minimum auto insurance requirement for her state.
I had liability because I couldn't afford full coverage.
But in 2024, she says her vehicle was stolen and later totaled.
They come over here, they take both of my car keys, went out my door, and stole my vehicle.
She was left with no money towards a new vehicle.
My hard-earned money for that car.
Personal injury attorney Rusty Reynolds warns too many drivers are an accident away from financial collapse.
So many people don't carry insurance, and those that do carry insurance carry the minimum. And so that's the horror story of when you have a wrongful death of a wage earner, that turns their life upside down.
Every state sets minimum limits that drivers must purchase, but someone becomes underinsured when limits are not high enough to pay for all of the damage.
They're left with a huge debt that they'll never be able to pay in their lifetime or their child's lifetime.
The Insurance Information Institute found the number of underinsured drivers jumped from about 10.5% in 2017 to 18% in 2023. The research cites higher premiums and worsening affordability and warns of the potential increase of more uninsured drivers. NerdWallet insurance expert Kaz Wida explains the more people go uninsured, the higher premiums will be for other drivers.
Because there's a larger risk that you're going to get into an accident with someone who's uninsured, and your insurance company might have to absorb some of those costs.
In a survey by insurance company Kin, 18% of homeowners say they are underinsured, meaning their current policy doesn't provide enough coverage to fully replace or repair their home in the event of a loss. Following the devastating Marshall Fire in 2021, the University of Colorado Boulder found 74% of the policyholders who filed claims were underinsured. The impact can be felt nationwide. When an insurance company has to pay out for a natural disaster like this, it can impact the insurance rate of all policyholders. When considering your home or auto policy, Reynolds encourages everyone to talk to an insurance agent to ensure you're properly covered.
Just a little bit more can make a world of difference.
Every driver and every homeowner is going to have different insurance needs. No matter the type of policy you're looking for, experts encourage you to compare policies based not on premiums alone, but the actual cost per dollar of coverage. They acknowledge that when people are on a tight budget, minimum requirements sound appealing, but a state minimum should be the last resort. Maura Barrett, Scripps News Group.
Earthquakes start far beneath the Earth's surface, but the key to understanding and even predicting them might be in the sky. A team at Purdue University is using new airborne technology to study when and where earthquakes might occur. It measures how the Earth's crust moves and stretches over time. The instrument is called Quakes-1. The technology offers high-resolution images that satellites can use to gather targeted data from the Earth's crust. 8 cameras are mounted on the aircraft, creating a detailed 3D model of the Earth's surface.
Our research measures crustal deformation and plate tectonics, and if you just think of a rubber band being stretched, eventually it will break. We're measuring that stretching part of the Earth's crust. That helps us then understand where the crust is weak, where earthquakes might occur, or where they have occurred in the past. Any way the land surface moves, we can measure that. It's not just earthquakes. We can measure landslides, flooding, coastal erosion, ice and glaciers, how they change over the time. And then we can also detect things like how wildfires modify the landscape because we're doing change over time. And that's not just with a stereo imaging optical image, but with radar, the same things apply.
Scientists can't predict earthquakes, but she says the research narrows down the time and locations where one might occur. The instruments can also study volcanoes, wildfires, erosion, glaciers, and vegetation changes. Researchers hope to get similar instruments into space within the next decade for global measurements.
When allergies throw a sucker punch, the power of Claritin D punches back harder. Get fast, powerful relief of your worst symptoms, like nasal congestion. Claritin clears.
These are the cases that captivated the world.
Couldn't keep my life straight.
They were killed by their own children.
That challenged the legal system and ourselves. Court TV, legendary trials.
Scripps News is streaming for free on all your favorite streaming services. Once you get the app, get free access to breaking news, live events, and the award-winning journalism you expect from Scripps News. Start streaming Scripps News today.
You know the drill.
We are going to be there when it pops.
Okay.
Okay, get to it.
Those guys, they're the best.
We'll get this guy.
Together, like we always do.
I think you'll be surprised what you're capable of.
Connecting with focus.
Here we go.
This is gonna be fun.
Then let's get it on.
Kind of forgot how crazy things can get here.
I love this team.
It's on ION, wherever you watch.
How prepared is your family if disaster shows up at your doorstep? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan before they show up. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
let's go.
You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes! Make a plan today.
That's amazing. Oh, the connections are everything. Learning about what each community and the challenges that they face.
People that have lost their job.
I feel like it's a challenge for me in itself to just figure out what's important to them. That I get to be a reliable person that they see, that they know that they can call me and I can get the stories out there. I just really like that I get to cover communities that are growing, and with growing comes challenges, but also comes a lot of excitement.
Naja Woods covering Hancock County.
Don't wear it, sell it.
Netflix is making an all-cash offer to buy parts of Warner Brothers Discovery. The streaming giant is offering $27.75 per share for HBO and the movie studio. The deal would split WBD into two companies. CNN and other channels would become a separate company called Discovery Global. That move is designed to block Paramount's hostile takeover bid of $30 a share. French company Schneider Electric could face impact from Trump's tariff plans. The multinational provides power to homes, businesses, and data centers. And CEO Olivier Blum says artificial intelligence will be key to energy efficiency.
We said 10 years ago, the world will be more efficient from an energy standpoint. The day you have electrification everywhere, automation, digital. AI is helping you really to bring the full solution to your customers.
And a 70-year-old woman died after riding a roller coaster at Universal Orlando. Florida officials say she became unresponsive after the Revenge of the Mummy ride in November. She later died at the hospital. The state report did not identify the woman or reveal the cause of death.
Closed captioning sponsored by Tom Woods Subaru on 96th Street.
When allergies throw a sucker punch, the power of Claritin D punches back harder. Get fast, powerful relief of your worst symptoms, like nasal congestion. Claritin clears.
Scripps News.
I just want to start here.
I think this is just extraordinary.
Bringing you the big stories.
Grief and anger is on clear display in Minnesota.
There were hundreds of people here this morning. A bunch of people being tackled at the moment.
The impacts.
Did you ever think on the sideline of a football game is where he might be at risk?
That matter to you.
The president's statement, he wants to take over Greenland. Does that concern you?
For live reports, breaking news, and headlines from across the country, stream Scripps News.
You got us banned from being room parents? I have never been more in love with you.
Who wants to go nuts for donuts?
Show him your folding trick.
I'm not in the mood for your sheet right now.
That's gotta hurt, huh? You keep me coming back from there.
If you're a local business in central Indiana looking to grow, WRTV has solutions for you. Our team has the expertise, research, and tools to get the results you want. We'll customize strategies to reach your most valuable customers wherever they are with targeted ad campaigns that work. Scan the QR code now or visit advertise on WRTV.com to learn more. Let's get started today.
Bounce XL has it all.
Show me something.
Well, did we think that we'd be in TV? Yes, we did. When we allow all of our voice to be heard, that's when we succeed the most.
America, desperate times call for desperate measures, and I'm desperate to get at least one of these kids out of my house.
Family sticks together no matter what.
Bridging the gap, celebrating culture, and giving you what you came for.
You ready for showtime?
Show me something.
Personalize your daily news experience. Download the WRTV mobile app. Just search WRTV, the news and weather you want 24/7. Stack the news however you like. It's so easy to customize how you read or watch. Download today.
Order your Tableau today and save.
Sometimes the most overwhelming part of booking a spring break vacation that the whole family will enjoy is choosing the destination. But there may be more options than you think.
I actually just got back from Riviera Maya and Isla Holbox in Mexico. Riviera Maya is a fantastic place for families. There's not only a ton of all-inclusive hotel options there, but you'll find a lot of adventure. One of the hotels I'm really looking at right now is the Sandos Caracol Nature Resort and Water Park. Fantastic for kids because you've got water slides, you've got cenotes you can actually swim in. There is a kids club, and the rates here are actually surprisingly affordable.
Alice Ford is a travel writer and says places like Cancun, the Bahamas, and Punta Cana are also great destinations that have something for everyone.
Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic. It's a really great option. There's lots of direct flight options, especially from the East Coast. And there's a standout hotel there called the Zeme Miches Punta Cana, which really balances relaxation for parents with activities for kids and teens.
Within the U.S., Ford says Tennessee is at the top of her list right now, and she suggests visiting the smaller towns around Nashville like Clarksville and Franklin. There's activities like mountain biking and hiking trails with waterfalls.
When allergies throw a sucker punch, the power of Claritin D punches back harder. Get fast, powerful relief of your worst symptoms, like nasal congestion. Claritin clears.